What's going on, world? Coming at you guys again. We got another quick video. Racism, prejudice, bias, and white culture. Let's talk about it. So, people keep inferring that racism, prejudice, bias from white people doesn't exist. Well, this is definitive proof that it does. We know for a fact, historically, that when white people come together, they commit some of the worst actions and atrocities that have ever happened in human history. Which means that they genetically have the disposition, psychologically, to engage in actions in which other people can't fathom. We see it with serial killers. We see it with, pedophilia. We see it with every known crime that has ever been committed. A white person probably did it first. So when we talk about racism, prejudice, and biased applications, what we are seeing right now by individuals whom promote the ideology that it doesn't exist is, again, they try to put forward a narrative that you can't use a present circumstance or situation to substantiate the claim of bias, prejudice, or racism. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And this is why. We know definitively that white people operate and engage in a culture of an animalistic mentality. They act within a pack mentality, right? There is no individuality. And that's one of the downfalls of black people, because black people don't necessarily look at themselves as a pack. They look at themselves as individuals. They judge themselves based off the content of their character. And that's why they definitively have a difficult time coming together. And this is why black people are recognized by God as being favored, because God created all beings. So to interact with every being, it requires an individual not to harbor prejudice, racist, or biased perspectives based off of the color of your skin. White people can't do that. They don't have the capacity to do that. And one of the ways that it is still happening is because white people are in positions, whether public, private, or federal, from the highest position to the lowest position. And with the understanding for all of the situations that have taken place in America, when we talk about organized crime, when we talk about RICO, the most infamous gang, group, organization that is directly responsible for almost every crime have ever been committed on the books here in America has never been hit with the RICO Act, has never been publicly displayed in such a fashion in comparison to so many other races and cultures, specifically black people and Italians. So when you guys are out there promoting the ideology that, well, black people and people of color can't get ahead because they're lazy, and not on the basis of the fact that you have individuals that are in the highest offices in this country that have 20 to 30 years of experience of information and how to navigate the systems in place to know what is lawful and what is unlawful and what is just enough to make sure that if you do something that is unlawful, it is so minimalistic that it really doesn't have any application for prosecution or civil rights countersuit for violation of your civil rights. But it does have enough to make your life miserable or to destroy or tamper or exploit or manipulate your life. This is how white supremacy is still applicable and how it still works today, in today's day and age. I experience this almost on a daily basis. And it's increased ever since I've come out publicly speaking out about the flaws and inconsistencies of white people and white culture. And I'm white. My father is 110% white, and his father and mother and their father and mother all the way into the beginning of time, possibly. But that is not the narrative in which is taught in the Bible. The Bible teaches that we are supposed to be cohesive. We are supposed to be integrated. We are supposed to be one people because we operate on one planet. My suspicions are white people practice the Bible in public, but are atheists in private. Because there's no way you can practice the Bible and be racist and be prejudiced and have a definitive perspective in which showcases the inability to accept other individuals based off the safety and security of people that look like you. There's no such thing as maintaining the safety of the group if it's going to affect an individual person, because the reality of the situation is an act of inhumanity anywhere is a threat to humanity everywhere.